Alright, I just wanted to record this ridiculous contraption. I've got an ESP32 with an infrared transmitter LED, and there's a photodiode under here, looking at the front panel LEDs of my air conditioner. There's a stack of like 3 vertical LEDs, and the one that's on top is cool, so it's closest to the photodiode. Basically what's happening is the ESP32 is going to be sending mode commands, or mode and power, to the air conditioner, and then watching the photodiode to figure out what mode it's actually in. So far I've made this calibration procedure. So I'm going to start it up. It's going to figure out whether the air conditioner is on or off, and then cycle through the modes like 5 times and figure out, oh, this one's cool because it's the brightest. And then basically go through a calibration to say, oh, this is the median brightness for each mode. And so yeah, let me just turn this thing on. So we'll look over here, the log, reset. Okay, so the calibration's done. It's printed out the, it doesn't care about dehumidify, but it's printed out the brightness values for basically the 4 modes it cares about. That's cool, fan, heat, and off. And now it's just telling me what mode it's currently in. Like when it transitions, like that heat shouldn't be there. But where did I put the remote? Oh, here it is. So basically when I push mode on the remote, then the ESP32 is telling me over serial which mode is currently lit up. So you can see there's an LCD on the front that shows me that's fan, heat, cool, and then dehumidify, which I don't care about. And as it's cycling modes, there are also LEDs underneath that cover that the photodiode's picking up. So basically I can stop on any mode, let's say fan, and then the serial will be telling me that it's on fan. And then yeah, if I wait for it to time out, then the LED will turn off. And yeah, now it's telling me that it's off. So basically this is the basis for an automated controller. Because if the ESP32 can figure out what mode the air conditioner is currently in, then that means that it can, kick it into the correct mode when it wants to do like heat or cool over the network. I mean, the eventual goal is to have another ESP32 connected to a Nest thermostat that then sends relay outputs. So I'll just relay wirelessly to say, oh, the Nest wants this to be in cool or it wants it to be in heat. And yeah, that's basically it. All I need is some bidirectional control so I can tell this thing which mode to stop on. Yeah, so this is just kind of like Arduino C++ code. It sends IRR, and yeah, it turns out that I don't know if I did the photodiode in the best way, but it's actually just literally a photodiode connected to one of the analog inputs. Like there's no resistor, it's just ground to input. Like I was trying to use a 1 mega ohm resistor initially, but it turns out that just doing photodiode directly to input turned out to be more stable. Like I could get more predictable results. So I think, yeah, I don't know if I'm using the photodiode correctly. Like I think I probably should be using some kind of op-amp or, I don't know, something, or at least a capacitor or something. But right now what I have is, it will just read the input like thousands of times. Yeah, at some point it says, yeah, this filter to read will basically, yeah, it'll read 20,000 times, and each time is separated by 50 microseconds. So in practice, that's 1 second of reading the photodiode, just over and over and over again. and I add up all the reads and take the average, and that gives me a stable brightness value. So it's like a software capacitor. Anyway, that's all this thing does right now, is just tell me what mode it's in.